So back again. Hopefully you can see I've got quite a bit of new kit. I've got a new squat rack. Well, new to me. I got it on Facebook Marketplace. It is in very good condition though. To me it's an absolute steal at 50 quid. Don't know. I think it is. I think that's a very good price for a heavy bit of kit. I researched it before I bought. According to manufacturers, it will take 250 kilos. So I can't see that I'm going to be using 250 kilos for any lift in any lifetime that I've got left. 250 kilos is a lot of kilos. And recently I've also got quite a few plates. So what I've been doing, just to raise a bit of money so that I can get all this kit, is selling off my old plates that were branded, like for example Weeder or Alex, the names. I'm just buying these vanilla plain steel plates that say 20 kilos on them that somebody spread it on. Look very sort of like an amateurish homemade operation. I'm not weighed them either, but I'm just going to take on faith that they're 20 kilos, and it makes no difference as long as they keep putting on the same plates in the same order. Then, so as long as I always start with these plates, it's going to work. Okay. So last time I did, if I remember correctly, I did 12 sets of squats. I think that was Friday. Got quite a bit of soreness off it, but I think I'm just about ready. So today, as I always say, I like to keep things interesting, keep stimulating the body, hopefully with a bit of variety. So it's just a balancing act between consistency and variety. So today I'm hoping to do 15 sets of 3. But what happens is what happens. Okay, so I've done a bit of warming up, 20 kilos, done the bar, so 60 kilos, do a rep or 2. Then we'll get up to the first work set. I'm hoping it's going to be 110. So that's going to be quite an advance. As regards the weight, anyway. Okay, so as I said, the setup is novel to me, so a bit of a learning curve to it. In fact, I'm going to pull it away from the wall a little bit. Can I move it with all this weight on? It's a little bit too close to the wall for comfort. Okay, so I'll give myself another inch. Might help. Don't know if you can see it all, but I've got these metal loops. I just happen to have them. They didn't come with the setup. For some reason, the squat rack's got a hole there. Why that's there, I don't know. Maybe there's something missing. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I thought, aye. Could be handy that, could use those for tethering bands. It might work. The problem I can see though straight away is that it's well back. So the bands are going to pull me backwards. I'll just give it a try, see what happens anyway. Okay, so that was 60. Let's have a very gentle 70. Yeah, I don't know. It's often the case when I start squatting that I feel everything's creaky. So today the knees feel a bit crappy. See how it goes. Probably warm up and it'll be okay. See how it goes. It's all a mystery to this game, isn't it? Really. Okay, I'm not sure if I need to lower this down one. It's a little bit high for me. I would like these uprights to be about you know, more. So you can just bang it into the upright, and then it drops down on its own. But I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. Quickly, hopefully. Yeah, I'm missing every time. Not good. Not good. Probably needs to be lowered down one. Well, let's try it. See if we can do it without breaking my neck. Okay, so I dropped it down the hole. See what I found. Yeah, I'll go 80. Wrap a bit of tape around this while it's exposed. Keep it clean and newish. Gently scrape all the paint off. Protect it a bit. Okay, 80. Yeah, that's probably about right. Okay, 90. Take the fives up. Yeah, 90. Okay. Five off. 10 on. That makes it 100. Shut up. Bogey. Dogs. Sleepy dogs. Okay, that's 100. Last warm up. So I'll get my timer going. So these first three, we're going to have a 5-minute timer. No, sorry, first five sets on a 5-minute timer. And then after that, everything's going to be on a 3-minute timer. So I'll take the first few sets, straight weight squatting, as being the main event. So these first 5 sets, straight weight. Okay, not much volume there. So 110. So we're on new territory now. Kilos. I say this for triples. So yeah, so even though the weight is substantially heavier, I'm only doing triples. So this should go. I say I'm giving myself a nice rest. Amazing how all this equipment and the plates, etc., how the price varies on marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. People ask for all sorts of prices. I think you've got to be a bit cheeky and you know, make a low offer, and now and again somebody accepts it. Yeah, it all feels very different without my old scaffolding. And there's something cute about using sort of all homemade scaffolding as a squat rack. You know, you get that feeling of sort of like, I don't know, you against the world, you against the commercial world. Bit of a rebel. Yeah, I'm sure this is safer. I'll have to have a look at the video when I've done it. See how I can't see how close I'm getting to these uprights. Yeah, I would like them to sort of like extend out here somewhere, but I'm sure if they did, it'd have to be a much more expensive setup, because there's only, so they're all balanced on one central peg. So imagine the width is determined by the fact that it's on one central peg. And if it came out here, it would smash off. Dog sent me crud today. Okay, one more minute. So what I'm trying to do is wave the load, wave the volume and the intensity independently. So sometimes it's low volume, sometimes it's higher intensity. But it is possible that it will be higher volume and higher intensity, or it could be high volume and low intensity, or high intensity and low volume. So mix it up all the time. Okay, 15 seconds or so to go. This is the first set, going for a triple. Yeah, I can feel those for certain. Whew. Yeah, makes all the difference. Definitely felt heavy. Feel a lot of blood pressure. In the face. So, one set of 3 down. 110 kilos. Sit there. Put time where I can see it, it's not very loud. Just turn Bluetooth off, maybe that'll cure it. Maybe it'll beep loud now. Oh. Yeah, definitely different. Just putting up the weight there to 110. That wasn't slightly harder than normal. That felt a lot harder. But see how the next one goes. So the ideal was all triples. Maybe it's not going to be triples. Maybe it is. Maybe I just needed one set to get used to it. I find the squat is of all the lifts, the squat seems to be the one that requires most, I don't know, approach. And you can't just jump into heavy squatting. You've got to warm up quite extensively. Probably not something that I'm doing enough of. So you're not seeing all the warming up. You know, I do quite a bit of dynamic stretching and body weight squatting before I turn the camera on. But I just find the initial warm-up set so difficult. You know, no matter what, you know, even if I'm having a good day, even if it's a good day and I'm well recovered, I still find the initial warm-up set so difficult. You know, it's just a lack of weight on the bar and getting into position. I'm gonna guess that's part of aging, but yeah, it could obviously it's probably got to do with my poor mobility, but I find that when there's more weight on the bar, it's actually easier to get into position. Okay, so we're going for another triple. Okay, probably about the same. So again, a triple so far. They're hard, definitely. And maybe I'm now getting to the crossroads where I've got to make decisions on how I proceed. Let's see if closing this door. Yeah, that helps with the dogs. Now I've got to make decisions on do I start eating to lift heavier? I mean, I'm already loosening off the eating, but I mean the belt's still fitting on hole 5. I've got a jumper on as well, so that makes it even more evidence that I'm not piling on loads of belly. But yeah, I've got to think about it. If I want to go heavier on the squatting, it's going to take heavier on the eating. Yeah, same with the bench pressing. Deadlift not so much. Deadlift seems to like you being in quite a fit, slim state. But the squatting and the benching, they like you to be massive. Let's think about it. See how it goes. Just keep going as I am for the time being. Nice. might start having to micro load, small increments. That might be the necessity. I mean, I've been jumping up in 5 kilos, so that's maybe I got to the end of that process. I mean, realistically, if it went absolutely swimmingly, perfect, lovely, great, you know, I don't think that this is absolutely, you know, the dream scenario. Maybe I'd get up to a 200 kilo squat for a single, you know, whatever that translates into reps. I don't know, a few reps at 180, let's say, you know, so we're talking about another 70 kilos on the bar. You know, if you put on a kilo a week, that'd be less than 2 years. I doubt it's going to work like that. But what I'm trying to say is that those relatively small weight increases, a kilo here, a kilo there, you know, they do add up. So, you know, even though when you're actually going through the process of adding very, very tiny increments, it feels very, I don't know, frustrating. But if you think in terms of, well, I want to squat 180 kilos for reps, yeah. It's not going to come overnight, is it? Okay, I've got a nice beep anyway. So, small mercies. Okay, let's have another triple on a triple. Oh, that was a triple. A hard triple. No joke at all. Okay, there might be another one. We've got 3 so far, so I mean the ideal was 5 sets of 3. That's what I thought that would be the best outcome with this weight. You know, obviously if I don't get 5 sets of 3, at some point in the near future, I will repeat this exact same protocol and aim for an improvement. So I suppose that's another way of looking at progression. It's not simply a case of always having to put more weight on the bar. Sometimes you don't get the scheduled reps. Therefore, you simply have to repeat the process until you do. I mean, in many ways, yeah, I know. You know, I seem to be commentating quite a bit about how difficult it is today. But in many ways, this is the honeymoon of it all, because you know, when you get to the top end, you know, I've been to 215 kilo squats. I say squat. You know, but I've repped out at 200, and when I was at that top end, you know, the progress was glacial. You know, for me, that was my top end at that time. You know, no doubt, if I'd have kept going, if I'd have had a bit more training knowledge, if I knew what I was doing more, and I had a better lifestyle, because you know that at that point in time, I was sort of like just turned 40. Everything was on top of me, you know. kids, houses, career, work, money, everything was about money. You know, that was, you know, constantly on your mind. Money. The money was the issue all the time. Everything else was, you know, it became a back burner. Everything else was secondary. You know, so you know the irony of it was being that, you know, when I was younger and starting out, I had all the time in the world. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I had a lot of enthusiasm. You know, when I hit my peak, and I think, you know, hitting your peak in powerlifting is sort of like 30s and 40s. I just didn't have the you know, the life set up. Let's say my life was more difficult. Now that I'm 58, and well, since COVID really, since, you know, I was yeah, you know, I was going for it up to COVID as regards work, you know, as regards money. I was going for it up to COVID. COVID just stopped everything, and I think, you know, once I got into that COVID routine, and I was training a lot, and, you know, I was doing what I wanted, and I wasn't dealing with difficulties, you know, I didn't want to change. I wanted to stay like that, and I have. I don't know if it's going to work out yet, but, you know, so at no point in your life are you ever free of worries and constraints and problems. But I'm finding I've got a lot more time, a lot more recovery time, a lot less demand on me to do this. But obviously I'm 58, so yeah, swings and roundabouts for certain. Okay, triple. We're going for a triple again. Okay, 4 triples so far. Oh. One more set of these. I don't know if I'll get a triple, but I'm going to go for it. I don't know what it looks like on camera, I've got no idea. But I'm telling you, there's no joke. This feels hard. This feels like I'm working on the wire. There's no slack. This is not, no, there's no RP or, I don't know, reps in reserve or whatever. This is like, every set is hard. I don't know. You know, maybe if you had a training partner standing behind you, you're willing to take the risk and might get another rep. I don't know. Maybe if I just, you know, stood there and took 10 breaths, might get another rep. It might come to that on this last set. But you know, this is not easy, let's put it, you know, simple as that, you know. I'm not swinging the lead on these. You really are when you're squatting. Whatever you do with squatting, it's always going to be relatively hard, but this is hard, simple as that. It's a hard session. Okay. I think I said last time that I was doing bench squat, bench deadlift, which I am, but I've slightly refined it. So bench squat, bench deadlift, bench squat, and then I'm gonna have on a Sunday an upper back day. So I'm only deadlifting once a week. You know, previously it was twice every 8 days. I think that's a bit excessive on deadlifting. You know, I like to hold the deadlifting back. So rather than simply bench squat, bench deadlift, a very, very, very tiny wrinkle, bench squat, bench deadlift, bench squat, upper back. So Sunday will be upper back day. I mean, it could conceivably be, you know, life often gets in the way. So, you know, it might be that I end up doing a 6-day week now and again. So if I'm doing a 6-day week, it's going to be probably just going to, you know, chuck the upper back day. Make sure I get the main sessions in on that day, on that week. But yeah, you know, generally speaking, I do hit every session in a week. And I like to train every day. It's just something to do, highlight of the day, really often. I don't know. It's great. It's great when you finish. You know, you do get a great feeling when you finish. But today's hard. Today's testing me. I don't know if there's another triple in me now. But 5 sets of 3 would be mountain climbing. After this, I'm going to do some band work. So more squatting, bands. Okay, so Jesus. Whoa! 5 sets of 3. Okay, yeah, I'm going to repeat it all, no joke, very hard, serious. Oh God, it's over though, so that's it, feels great. 5 sets of 3, it moved. Okay, so last time I did triples with the blacks, and I believe it was something like, well, I'm going to look it up actually, so yeah, so the blacks were 60 for triples, so one of the sessions, I'm doing two squat sessions a week, so one of the sessions will be black bands and one of the sessions will be red bands. So as I say, just keep the variety of the stimulus, stop it getting psychologically distressingly boring. Okay, I'm number 70. What is wrong with that dog? All the doors are open, you can go inside. What's up? Hey! Bogey! What's up? I can hear there's another dog in the street somewhere. So they're having a bark at each other. Yeah, takes down to 70. 3-minute timer. Right, we've got to. So this is going to be the first time I'm going to dive straight in. So 70 kilos with this new band setup. You know what happens now? We're all going to see, aren't we? Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I can control it. It's not a maximum weight or anything. I'm hoping that after the previous 110s it's going to feel relatively lighter. I'm hoping. Right, I need something more there, keep that in place. Just a couple of bricks, should hold it there. Yeah, stop that. Stop this metal peg from coming out. This kettlebell here, same idea. Okay, one red, where's the other red gone? Now I thought that I had this sorted out. Where did I put them? Oh, I know where it is. 1 second. Literally. Outside of my old setup. I just set up this morning and just tossed everything outside. So 70 reds. Right, see what happens. Ah, 3-minute timer. Yeah, you got to negotiate this one. Touch the screen, nothing happens. Come on. That's it, got it. Okay. So 15 seconds and we're having a go. So the idea is triples. What? If I unrack it and it feels ridiculous, think again. Okay, not good enough because the rack needs weighing down better. Felt it straight away lifting the rack up. Put a plate on it, put something on it. plastic on to preserve it, preserve the paint. Stick this 56 pounder on it, that should hold it. Okay, that should be alright. Okay, so hopefully that's weighing that end down. I think this end was okay because it's got a load, you can't see them, but it's got a load of 10 kilo plates. I'll just stick a little weight on it just to be sure. Try that, try again. First time round, what can I say? Genuinely experimenting, you're seeing it. Yeah, I could feel it lifting the rack up. Another kilo there. Any more little weights? Yeah, another kilo. Make a slight difference. Okay, 30 seconds. Bought me a bit of more recovery and rest, which I probably need. Yeah, 15 sets of triples. Not easy, is it? It's a lot of squatting. After squatting, I'm going to do some kettlebell swings, that's it. So kettlebell swings are more for the cardio side. So I'm doing very little apart from these power lifts. Okay, let's try that. See what this gives me. Black eye. Yeah, I want to go right back. Try there. Okay, so first obvious observation, I need to be coming back. I move my box back. I call it a box, it's a bucket, but pretend I'm box squatting, or squatting to a box. It's not box squatting. Box squatting, you actually sit on the box. I was touching and going. Okay, I'm actually going to try and make a mark on the floor. So now I've got to mess about trying to establish a decent setup for this. So I'll be somewhere like back here. I'm making a mark where my feet are going to go. You don't have to be exact, but yeah, somewhere about here. I mean, those three weren't too bad. They weren't, you know, I think it was definitely somewhat lighter than the 110. So all of that setup is lighter than the 110s. That's 70 and reds. So I felt that if I If I really wanted to punish myself there, I could have gone for it again. But gone for another rep rather. But I'm thinking, well, it's only the first set, so probably going to get harder as we go along through it. You know, I'm getting into a round of 10 sets now. Okay, try again. But yeah, on the second rep, I came up quite fast, and it pulling me back. It was really unnerving. So I definitely need to be more back. Let's see how this works out. See how this pans out. Okay, so I'm right back here this time. Hard. Hard but doable. Yeah, I'm still going to say it's easier than the 110s. I seem to be in about the right position. Okay, I'm going to put a mark for where the bucket should go. All very technical, isn't it? I know you can't really see it, but now there's like, sort of like it's two sets of marks. So one set of marks is for straight weight, and the other set of marks is for the band weight. So now I've got to negotiate a different setup. So ideally, your setup should be the same every time. So you get to a point where it's like a carbon copy setup. I'm not there yet. Yeah, I'm looking at the actual camera, and I think I've got a camera set up so you can see more down here. So hopefully you can see that I'm getting good depth. But you know, I can assure you that every rep I'm actually touching this 5 kilo metal plate. I mean, I used to do it just the bucket, and I found that it was slightly more hard on the knees. I don't know. You know, I think it's probably a good idea now and again to do very low depth squatting, just to keep that range of motion a bit. You know, maybe not go very heavy, but go very, very deep. That's a thought for the future, near future. Okay, another triple hopefully. Okay, that felt good. The only thing was the bucket was slightly up. That's more like it. What's that? So 5 triples at this, I think it's going to go. Not sure. I think so. And 3 minute time would make it slightly harder as well. I think for squatting, like idea would be something like a 3-day timer between sets. Definitely, you can feel the recovery to absolute baseline takes time. So I'm sure now if I'm measuring my heart rate, it would be to be like jogging. I'm not quite sure where when I'm set up in this position. That's about it, isn't it? Yeah. When I'm set up in this position, I'm not sure where the bar is over these supports, but it feels like it's about right. So it's not. I'm actually. If I were to let go of the bar, it would hit the supports, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember the last time. Outside of a competitive situation where I actually didn't make the rep. I just think you get a feel for it. You just don't attempt it unless you're fairly sure you're going to get it. Okay, another triple, all being well. Yeah, good. So the rack seems fairly well weighted down. I mean, it's just this side really. I mean, I suppose what I could conceivably do is, I don't know if you can, yeah, I think you can see them, can't you? So here we've got sort of like storage pins to put the weights on. So what I could conceivably do is drop a big 20 kilo plate on the bottom. That will hold it all down, I think. So I won't have to bother loading the rest of, putting more weight on the rack. So just having a good amount of weight on those storage pins will actually hold the whole thing down. Actually, I'm saying that's applying for these red ones. As soon as I put the black bands on, it's going to be a different story. I'll work it out. Nothing difficult about it really. This is a big part of the fun. A big part of the fun of having a home gym. It's a limited space. It's sort of like working out, how you can maximally use it. I mean, I've got quite a lot in here. I can't set it all up at once. I've got, for example, the bench is just sort of like chucked into one corner. I've got to manoeuvre it around. Okay, another triple. lot of squatting going on. Yeah, I feel it's not bad. One more, I think I'll get it. Then after this, it's going to be safety squat bar. So one session it's going straight weight, red bands safety squat bar, and I'm alternating that with straight weight, black bands, and manta ray attachment. So I've got two very different squat setups, which hopefully keeps it interesting, stimulating. Problem being is I'm using all my variants in one go. I'm sure I'll come up with something. For example, I could simply do, you know, at the end of this cycle, I could probably do something like just 10 sets with straight weight, yeah. Or I could do 10 sets with safety squat bar, or I could do, I don't know, a load of singles and a load of sets of tens. You know, there's many ways to vary it up. And I think it's worth pursuing that. But at this moment in time, it's gonna be within relatively tight parameters. I mean, I can't. What I've got planned ahead of me is no more than 6 reps, and no less than 2 reps. So I'm not going to do singles, and I'm not going to go beyond 6s. You know, on these major power lifts. For the accessory stuff, the little that I'm going to do, yeah, well, no real limitation. Okay, so this is the last set of 3. It should go well. Doesn't feel like it's killing me, this one. This is not as bad as the 110s. Okay. Set triples. Yay! Good. I'm not saying it was easy, but it was about right. That was well guessed. I mean, the whole thing is new. You know, even the band setup is different, so you know, I couldn't really exactly say how it was going to pan out. But now I've got something to refer to. So using this new setup, this new squat rack, I've got a reference. Build it from there. Okay. So these bands need storing somewhere. I can see them straight away. There. Very visible. I've actually hung the black ones up. I'm going to get a few. I've just got a few of these tiny little nails, and they do work very well for banging into mortar. So I'll get a few more of those nails. Hang everything up, make it all look nice, as if I was a proper human being who knew what he was doing, rather than an insane old powerlifting wannabe who's not even powerlifting. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. This is definitely going down the powerlifting route, isn't it? But I think there's only so much you can do train on your own. I don't want to be testing out absolute maximum weights. So even though if I do doubles, it would not be a maximum double. It would be in terms of, for example, 5 sets of 2, 6 sets of 2, that sort of thing. So not simply a case of a maximum double. And even if I do a single in what, you know, sometimes I warm up to a heavy single, but that heavy single is a weight that I can definitely, with no doubt about it, get. And that's why I consider it to be part of the warm-up. So yeah, I mean warm-ups to singles, that is a possibility. But there will not be testing singles. It will not be a case of testing your 1 rep max. It will simply be a case of a heavy single as a warm-up. Just to fire up your system. Okay, we're going to save the squatty bar in. Oh, well that wasn't very safe. So think again on that. No. No, this was in the correct place. It was a safety squat bar that needs changing. That's fine where it is. I went wrong now. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. It needs the safety squat bar is where that's going to be changed position. Okay, so back to the original settings. Oh, I think I'll do a single just to feel it. Very different exercise safety squat bar. Not sure what weight to use. I'm just going to go with, let's start with 60. Okay, I'll see how that feels. Might be enough. At this point, exhaustion setting in. A drink of water might help. Yeah, try a conservative 60, should be alright. Wait for time, give myself some rest. Yeah, so making some headway. Not least of all working out how this new setup works. So the band setup seems to be pretty good. Just make sure I get my feet in the right position so it's not pulling me back. I suppose you know there might be additional worry at some point in time if when I use the blacks, because I'm thinking as soon as I unrack it, you know, because I'm using black, there's going to be less straight weight involved and more band tension. So that combination is going to mean that the pullback is going to be all the more. But I'll be aware of it, see what happens. worst comes to worst, I can set up a little wooden platform between in here, and I can use something to attach the bands to the wooden platform. That's a possibility later on. I mean, I've got one, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit this squat rack. I've got 30 seconds. Okay, so 60 kilos per set of 3, hopefully. Should be fine. Then once we've got one set to work off, I'll decide if I need to put more weight on. Might be, I suspect it might be enough for today. As I say, it feels like quite a lot of squatting. So I've done 10 sets already. Admittedly they're on the triples, but yeah, that wasn't clever. So how does this go? So, obviously, because I'm holding this high up on my back, it's going higher up, isn't it? So, yeah, I didn't think about that. Amazing what you don't think about when you're training. The brain just goes into reptilian survival mode. Okay, I'll leave that at 60. I'll just get this setup worked out. So yeah, the bar's a lot further up in the air. Conceivably it could do with lifting it up a notch. Try it. If I can get in. Very difficult now. Okay, that's one notch up. Obviously, next time this will be an easy setup. Once the squat rack's empty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Are we 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're even. Okay, so try 8. Make a note of all this. Rack height, 8. Rack 7 for the normal squatting. And rack 8 for the safety squat bar. See how that goes. Yeah, feel your way. Few seconds, set 2. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Lovely. Better. Okay. Not too easy, so I'm going to stick with that. 60. I mean, safety squat bars are a relatively new acquisition for me, so I've only just started using it this past year. and I've only used it sporadically, so it feels very different. It's on. I never got on with the what they call it, the front squat. I was thinking, I had a couple of goes at it and gave it up as a bad job very early on. I think this has got something of the front squat about it. But obviously it's much easier to get into position. Yeah, I mean it's a nice enough movement, but I've just got no background in it, so I can't load it up very much. And I find that even with these, what look like very tiny, very moderate weights, even with these tiny little weights, it still feels difficult. First rep feels really easy, but the third rep feels really hard. It seems to fade very quickly. But I should be able to get 5 triples with this. All right. That's going to be a case of a very slight increment in the weight, I think. I think I'm definitely getting to the point where I can't make big steps forward. So it's going to be baby steps. But steps forward are steps forward, and that's all that matters. Forward is good. Forward means you're still alive. Forward means that you're not ill. Get 3. Yeah, nice. Go straight in, nice. So just hit the support, let it go without even thinking about it, without looking at it. That's what you want. No thinking, just doing. Can't see the dogs. I'm quiet, must have gone inside. I left the door open for them. It's a relatively warm day today. I think that, yeah, even the, I say even the weather. I say the weather definitely has a big impact on how you feel. Your energy levels. Apparently it's forecast it's going to be really cold again next week, or soon enough anyway. So this looks like it's a bit of a lull before the cold comes back again. But yeah, I find that the warmer weather definitely feel more inclined to train. I mean, it's got to be really cold to make a difference, I suppose. But when it's so cold that you can't put your hand on the bar, I think it has its impact. And it's psychological. When it's gloomy and dark outside, when there's no sun. I think this time of year is great, especially maybe April better. Yeah, I mean you feel like you've got all the summer to look forward to. Got a long stretch of relatively decent weather. I mean, as long as it's not extremely bad, that's it. It's okay for training. Can't get too hot though, for sure. And then again, you've got to modify your training when it's too hot. Find your way around it. Be like water. Yeah, it's really hot, I like doing so like heavy, long rest periods. I was sitting in the garden. Don't train. Okay, 3, come on. Yeah, I was thinking about it then actually. I was actually consciously thinking about where that was affecting me, and it is more quad, I think. I mean, it feels about, don't feel right over the knee, but it feels about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 inches past behind the knee. That feels like the centre of the tension, obviously. How reliable that perception is, I don't know. But that's what it felt like. Much less pull on the adductors. So I think the actual squatting style that I've got, which tends to be, you know, a very low bar, bend, you know, it's, you know, like the starting strength model, I suppose. You know, I'm not sure. I suppose if I suppose Ripperto would probably say, you know, my squat stance is rubbish. I don't know. It's up to him. I think when I first set off, and probably like most people, you know, I imagined that you had to have a very upright squat. You know, so your squatting was almost like doing, I don't know, wall sits or whatever. You know, I think Tom Platz was a big proponent and, you know, a big advocate of this upright squatting style. So the bar is, generally speaking, high on your back, you know, high bar, Olympic type affair, Olympic lifting type affair, and you just go up and down, which seems great, you know, nothing wrong with that if you can pull it off, but I don't think I was ever able to really do that. But I fought to do it for a long time, and then eventually, you know, I just got into powerlifting, and I just noticed that, okay, this might be suboptimal, but I can lift more weight. So it might not be a good squat, but it lifts weight. But eventually I came across a Ripperto who said that, you know, bending over is fine, you know. So you're meant to bend over. And so from there on, I never tried to combat it, just did it. Just bent over as natural. Okay, last set 3. Last set of squats, in fact. What a session, really. That's it. Done and dusted, no heroism. Thinking, you know, I've got a bit of a plan going, which all will be revealed as I go through it. But I don't want to. Don't want to deviate it, so I probably could have got 4 reps there, but I'm just going to stick in with the plan. So yeah, that was definitely touch and go for the first 5 sets, but it was 15 sets all told, 15 sets of triples, first 5 straight weight, second 5 red bands, third 5 this safety squat bar. Okay, so the new setup is broken in. The only thing that remains to be seen now is how it reacts to the black bands. Okay, very good. And kettlebells, and that's painful. You don't want to have heavily built up calluses for kettlebell swinging. Well, at all really, but especially for kettlebell swinging. So yeah, get rid of those. I think the chalk, even though I'm going to use chalk,